welcome back to Ashton Gate. It feels so good saying that with fans here.
Another opportunity, and he's onside, and it's two for Bristol City, and this time, and it's in! An early goal for Bristol City, and Andy Vyman is back!
It goes
They're ahead of Bristol City, and they are level! It's a first goal for Andy King for his boyhood club.
Good evening, welcome to Robins TV. It's a trip to South East London for Bristol City, led tonight of course by Curtis Fleming due to Nigel Pearson's positive COVID test. As ever, Robins TV are going to be there every step of the way. We're also live on Facebook and YouTube, so welcome along if you're watching on those platforms. Just a reminder, you will still need to head over to the Robins TV section of bcfc.co.uk to watch the game, but we'll give you a reminder on that a little bit later on. You need to purchase that match pass. However, before then, we'll give you all the team news. We've got some exclusive interviews and some classic highlights of games gone by as well. Let me introduce you first of all to tonight's guest, though. He came through our own youth academy. He has been here for over 20 years working for Bristol City. Currently, he is the professional senior development phase coach and lead coach for the under-23s. Welcome back, Alex Ball. Welcome back to Robins TV. First of all, how is Nige? Because we know he suffered quite badly last time. How is he?
Yeah, I think a lot of the staff have been in touch, obviously via the phone, just checking in how he is. The feedback's he's doing okay. Obviously, it's not nice having COVID, but he's doing as well as he can be, and just recovering at home.
And we know he's watching tonight, so Nige, get well soon. We can't wait for you to be back. But of course, we do have a very experienced assistant manager. Curtis Fleming recently made up to assistant manager. He's got great experience, Middlesbrough, QPR, Bolton, so a real steady hand on the tiller. Yeah,
definitely. He's come in since he joined us back in beginning of August and shown that he can fit straight in with the group of staff there already. He's a great guy, good coach, good knowledge. He's been around the game. He's been at championship level with QPR. Middlesbrough, he's been out in India coaching, he's got some real good experience, and then he's able to mix that with the coaches already there, and it's showing a good mix, and I'm sure he'll cope fine in Nigel's absence.
Now, of course, confidence must be high at the moment. 5 unbeaten. We've won the last 3 on the road. So how has confidence been in the camp this week?
Yeah, definitely. You can always tell around the training ground when we're in a good vein of form in terms of having good results. There's a more brightness in the step, in everyone feeling a lot more positive about things. So I think it's good, but just keep it going. And I think St. Nigel mentions in some of his post-match interviews is never to get too high, but never to get too low, because it can very quickly turn. So as much as we're doing well at the moment, it can always quickly turn. So kind of keeping that steadiness is important as well.
Just seeing the guys arriving down there at the Den. Of course, another positive performance against Fulham on Saturday. Whilst that home win still eludes us, it feels like momentum is gathering.
Yeah, definitely. I think the big thing for me was, obviously, you mentioned in the introduction there, being around the club for a long time, and you could tell the amount of fans that stayed behind to clap the players off the pitch and appreciate the efforts that the players went through on Saturday. You could see them at the final whistle kind of out on their backs, where they put so much into the game. And so even though it wasn't a victory, it was still a positive performance, and something that everyone, fans included, can buy into and really help hopefully keep us going on for the rest of the season.
And of course, amazing to see Casey Palmer get on the score sheet. That must be such a monkey off his back. And for strikers, once you get going, that sort of the juices just flow, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. I think for Casey, he's had a tough pre-season. He's worked really hard. He's buying into everything the club are asking him to do. So it was good to see him get some reward with a good finish, because it was at a tight angle. And he finished it well to take the goal when he came on. So hopefully that will spur him on and kick him on for the rest of the season.
Okay, Alex, more expert analysis from Alex on the way very shortly indeed. First of all, it's team news time. With the details, here's Toby Osborne.
Thank you very much, Downsy. Let's have a look at tonight's team, starting with Millwall, who make 3 changes following their 1-1 draw against Nottingham Forest at the City Ground on Saturday. The back 3 appears to be the same of Loney, Ballard, Hutchinson and Murray Wallace. A double switch across a midfield 4 with Danny McNamara and George Evans coming in for Kieftenbeld, and Ryan Leonard dropping down to the bench. Young Irish fullback McNamara most likely playing further forward tonight in a similar role to that of Leonard. Further forward, 2 of a trio of 4 former City men that are in the starting 11. Matt Smith, one of the big contributors, of course, to City's double-winning season, plays alongside Benik Afobe, who won the hearts of City fans during that loan spell 2 seasons ago. Hampered by injury, but great to see him back enjoying his football. Hopefully, though, not at the expense of Bristol City tonight. Jed Wallace isn't quite ready for a start. He's top scorer for them so far this season. Still recovering from illness. He is on the bench tonight. As for Bristol City, well, the players gave everything to stop a late charge from Fulham on Saturday. Today, 2 changes are made. Despite starting against Fulham, Wells is on the bench and is replaced by Joe Williams. Great to see him back in his first championship start of the season in a really dynamic midfield, you have to say, including Backinson and Matty James. The other change sees Pring drop to the bench and a return for Nathan Baker as well. We anticipate Baker will be back as part of a back 3 with De Silva in more of an advanced wing-back role, with George Tanner out on the other side like the latter stages against Fulham. Between the posts, Dan Bentley makes his 100th appearance for the Robins and has been in imperious form, of course, in the last 2 fixtures, following up the victory away at QPR against Fulham. And an exceptionally strong bench as well for the Reds tonight. King, Wells, Scott and Palmer, of course, the hero on Saturday, all to choose from late on. So it'll be interesting to see whether City start with a back 4 tonight, Downsy, or a back 5.
Thanks, Toby. Alex, I'm going to take your expert opinion on that. So which way is it going to go?
Yeah, I think probably leaning more towards the back 5. I think Toby alluded to it there with the 3 centre-backs in the team. I think Rob will play in the middle with Nathan Baker the left of him and Thomas Callister right of the 3 centre-backs. Jay De Silva will be left wing-back, George Tanner right wing-back. And then the midfield, looking forward to seeing that. Matty James, Joe Williams making his first start, and then Tyreek with some real dynamism in the middle of the field. We've seen Joe make a positive impact coming off the bench on Saturday. So he's going to add some real energy into that midfield. And then Andy Vyman and Chris Martin leading the attack. So it gives us 2 centre-forwards at the top of the pitch as well, which I think will be important.
OK, look forward to seeing how that pans out on the way very shortly indeed. Right, let's head down to the den then. The assistant manager taking charge for tonight, Curtis Fleming, has been chatting to Dave Barton.
Curtis, thanks for joining us. Let's start with Nigel. How is he, and have you had much contact with him?
Well, it probably shows he's not here that he hasn't been great, but he's trying to get over it, my thoughts and all the lads. But I've spoken to him a lot. We've been in contact constantly, just talking about the team and the squad and everything that we're going to do and set up and what we do. But he's not going forever. He's only going for a couple of games, and we can steady the ship. But he's not brilliant. But we know that he'll be looking at it tonight.
Will he be pacing the living room at home?
Yeah, well, there's no doubt he will. You know him, he's quite intense and there's nothing more, It's a new norm, isn't it, now? I think that assistants or the different coaches or the staff having to step in if something happens with one of the managers, something that happens. So we've got to be prepared for that, and Nigel has been, so we're OK.
Well, I think on behalf of everyone, all the fans here watching back home, we wish him all the best. Let's start with the team as well. So Joe Williams comes in, 25-minute cameo against Fulham. How keen is he to make his mark today?
He's hugely keen. I think I spoke to you a couple of days ago and I said he's been chomping at the bit, for the last month. A month ago he was telling us he was fit to go and play a championship game. Now I'm not sure he was then at that time, but we know he is now. Came on, made a real difference, and I think the way we need to play and the way we're going to play this evening, he's going to be a major part for us. And it's just good to have him back. It's another option for Nigel, so we're really, really happy to have that option.
You brought Nathan Baker in. Cam Pring drops out to the bench, but it's nice to have those options, isn't it?
It's fantastic. I think Baker's been outstanding this season. He's a real warrior, I think, for us. Sometimes an unsung hero. I know he got his header a couple of weeks ago, but I just think he's one of those guys that, when you come to places like this, I think he stands up to be counted, not that anything else. Cam has been brilliant, hasn't he? I said to Cameron, in pre-season he would have only dreamed of probably getting into the first team squad. Now he's fixed part and parcel of the squad and he's playing. So you have Jay comes in, Nathan comes in and Pringy steps down. That's fine.
Speaking of Warriors, Dan Bentley, 100th Bristol City appearance, which is quite an achievement. He's only been here 2 years. He's a real stalwart, isn't he?
Well, it's amazing. I'm just afraid to see what will happen if he's here for 10. Do you know what I mean? He might have to rewrite the rule books or the record books. But I just think it's a wonderful thing. It just shows the consistency. And I think as a professional footballer, that's what you want. And yeah, at times, some things happen with goalkeepers and stuff, but you've got to believe that they're the number one, and Dan's been absolutely brilliant. And the best thing is he looks after the younger keepers fantastically well, so he's not saying, it's just about me. They're a team.
And teamwork and collective spirit is what you'll need tonight, won't you?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, but we know that. But we've said that we every game. I think you've spoken to Nigel before. Every game, and he has said the same. There's an expectation from every player that steps out in that Bristol City shirt of what we want and what they have to give to get in the team, and you've seen that. And any substitutes that are ready and need to come on, need to know they make an impact. So we're really set up for it. It's a great game for us, and we're 5 unbeaten. Why not make it 6?
Wish you all the best tonight, Curtis.
Curtis Fleming chatting to Dave Barton. It seems like quite the character, Curtis.
Yeah, definitely he is. The first time I ever met him, it was the pre-season friendly game down at Exeter, and I struggled to understand him to start off with. But no, he's a good character and really great around the place. And like I said earlier, a good guy that fits in and gets on well with everyone.
Now, how much influence has Nigel had? I mean, has he been dialing in on Zoom this week? Has he been guiding training, or has he just handed the reins to Curtis?
Well, I think he's been on the phone to him a lot. I popped into the office yesterday, and Curtis was in the other inner office on the phone to Nigel at the time, I think. So, yeah, there's been regular phone contact around the team, the setup, training, kind of game plan, all those bits. So, still being involved, albeit from a distance.
Must be very difficult when you're a workaholic like that. Now the Den's a pretty intimidating place. We've got over 650 of our amazing travelling fans on the road. They really are the 12th man on the pitch, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. The away support in the following that we get is phenomenal, really. I think so. To have them there at the ground today on a Wednesday night, when everyone's got work and be up early in the morning, it's I think testament to the fans to go. And I know the players and the staff really appreciate that. And saying earlier about the fans, how good they were here on Saturday in terms of just getting behind the team at the final whistle and showing the appreciation for the lads' efforts out on the pitch.
Okay, well, you've talked about the fans there. Let's take a look back at that amazing game, back to last Saturday, and having Casey Palmer play in the position that he's always wanted to play. Could he deliver for Nigel? Of course he could.
Thomas Callas thinks he could be onto something here. In it goes. Chris Martin leaps. Missed kick from Naki Wells, and that was a big moment there for Bristol City. Bristol City, though, with defending to do here. Mitrovic with the shot, Dan Bentley with a tipped save onto the crossbar. I think he was scrambling across to his right-hand side. Did he get a touch there? He did. Robinson comes forward. Shalabar, one of the players, pulled off at half-time, given that yellow card. Lucky to still be on the pitch towards the back post, and this time it's turned in. And it's Alexander Mitrovic with his 7th goal of the season. The Atio stand goes wild. Disappointment for Bristol City. Here we go then. Another long throw from Thomas Callas, and now he has the addition of Nathan Baker. But this time he goes short, despite having that additional height option. Callas with the cross. It's a dangerous one in towards. Not sure who it was. Naki Wells arriving. Sails over the crossbar. Just think if that had been Chris Martin on the end of it, it would have flown into the Fulham net. He brings it down. De Silva swung in. Options at the back post. It was Baker arriving just over the crossbar. Bristol City looking good now.
Stepping up the pace here. It's a great ball from Jay, and you always know Baker's going to get his head on it. Just if he can hit the target there, you think that's going to be a goal. But if we keep this up, I can see us getting an equaliser soon.
Here is Atkinson. Will we see another spuckling run from the back from him? Now Williams. Excellent pass into Chris Martin. Now Vyman. Not seen too much of him this afternoon. What a cross, and Wells puts it goal bound. Gazaniga with a fine save. Bristol City arguably their best chance of this second half.
Great movement from Naki in the box, just getting across the front of his man. It's a great save from the keeper.
Momentum building now for Bristol City. Chris Martin, another fine save, and yes, it's in. There it is.
Come on,
it's Casey Palmer.
Get it.
It was coming. Bristol City were huffing and puffing, and finally they get their reward.
Get him.
Casey Palmer with his first goal of the season. He's had to wait for his opportunities, but he's the hero this afternoon.
It's a great touch from Chris. What a touch that is in Casey's head. Bang. Love it.
A quite brilliant finish from Bristol City's number 45 from such an angle. And what a game we now have on our hands.
Going back to that bench save, if bench doesn't make that save against Cabano, we don't get that equaliser there.
Cabano does slide it through. Here's Harrison Reed. Again, superb defending for Bristol City. Deflection off the crossbar.
Oh my God.
Nail-biting stuff.
Just amazing commentary from Tom. That's the first time I've heard Tommy Conway doing comms. He's got some great sound effects, hasn't he?
Yeah, definitely. It's the first time I've heard him as well, so I'll be mentioning that to him when I see him tomorrow. So, yeah, but great to hear the enthusiasm from him to be behind the boys, definitely.
Yeah, great stuff. All right, well, still to come on Robins TV. By the way, if you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, welcome along. Thanks very much for joining us tonight. You will have to, of course, go to bcfc.co.uk and Robins TV to buy that matchday pass to see the game, though. But still to come, whilst you're watching us for free, we'll have a quick chat with Cameron Pring. He gets the quick fire questions, and we'll take a look back at some classic moments when the Robins have rumbled the Lions. All still to come after the break.
We heard the UK's yoghurt-loving superfans wanted something super thick and homegrown. A yoghurt that's high in protein, low in fat and naturally low in sugar. Fit for breakfast, lunch and everything in between. But such a thing didn't exist. So we made our own. Yo Valley Super Thick, lovingly made on home soil.
Paul Archer here from the Nexus Group. Hopefully by now you recognise our logo on the back of the lads' shorts. As a City fan and a Bristol businessman, I want to help as many companies as I can with their recruitment needs, especially as we come out of this awful pandemic and lockdown. And for any customer, new or old, that puts an order in with us before now and the beginning of next season, we'll put you in a draw to win a VIP matchday experience as guests of me and the Nexus team.
Single. Welcome back to Robins TV for our coverage of the Sky Bet Championship match between Millwall and Bristol City. Of course, now joining me here is my guest, is Senior Professional Development Phase Coach. I have to read that off my screen because it's quite long. And Lead Coach for the Under-23s, Alex Ball. Alex, a quick word for the Under-23s. In action, of course, on Monday night. A great win, Sam Bell, Lewis Britton getting on the score sheet. A really bright future for our club.
Yeah, definitely. There was good examples of the lads on show on Monday. It was a tough game away at Ipswich. We were reduced to 10 men in the first half early on, so we played over an hour with 10 men. So it was real positive to get a really good result, win the game there. And all the boys, yeah, put in a good performance.
It's not often you get a keeper sent off, is it? That's quite an unusual situation.
Yeah, it done. It was unfortunate. It happened, but it's one of those things then we have to deal with, we have to react to, and you know, the players responded really well to the changes we made, and then the rest of the game, and to still carry a threat. Sometimes when you play with 10 men, you can just always just sit on the edge of your box and never get out, but we still carried a attacking threat through Sam Bell, Lewis Britton, Eamon Benarous. Those players, they showed a real attacking threat. We also had Sekou with us, Sekou Jana, Sam Pearson. So we have some real attacking players. So even though we're down with 10 men, we were always dangerous on the break, on the counter attack.
Okay, well, let's talk about some more of Bristol City's talent now. And it's back to the HPC we go for another exclusive piece of Robins TV content. The quick-fire treatment is being given this week by our reporter Dan White to none other than Cameron Pring.
Cameron Pring, 23, left back.
Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
Clean sheet or last minute winner?
Oh, clean sheet.
Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Hot weather or cold weather?
Hot weather.
Dream holiday destination?
Bora Bora.
Eat in or eat out?
Eat in.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Spotify or Apple Music?
Apple Music.
What is your dream car?
Mercedes G-Wagon.
Easy tap in or a worldie assist?
Worldie assist.
Premier League or the World Cup?
World Cup.
Invisibility or super strength?
Super strength.
Celebrity you'd most like to meet?
David Beckham.
Are you a morning person or an evening person?
Evening person.
Cats or dogs?
Dog.
Cardio or weights?
Cardio.
French or Spanish?
Spanish.
Your favourite player growing up?
David Beckham.
Pasta or pizza?
Pasta.
And most importantly, City or Rovers?
City.
He seems like a nice lad.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's a good guy. Known him for obviously a long time. He's been with us for a while, and it's been documented about having his loans and how he's got on. But he's really developed as a character over the time I've known him. So into what we see today. Yeah.
What does it take to, go through that system? You've done it yourself, and these boys are doing it. What are the main character traits we need?
Yeah, perseverance, resilience are massive, but then that self-belief and confidence in yourself, that inner strength to know that you are good enough, you do deserve to be there, and that when you get the opportunity, you don't then fade and crumble under the pressure. So that's also important to have that strength of character to believe in yourself. But and that's something that Cam's developed over the last kind of, I'd say 4 or 5 years.
Okay, all right. It's a sort of a fine balance, isn't it? You've got to keep it all in check. Good stuff, Alex. Thanks very much. Right, time for some more footy on your telly right now. You're watching Robins TV, and now a classic victory on the road versus Lions. We're heading back in a time machine to 2019, where Max O'Leary was the hero against Millwall. great era for Bristol City, that. Right, time of the show now, where our viewers on Facebook and YouTube, if you want to carry on watching, you are going to need to buy your matchday pass over at bcfc.co.uk. But for the rest of us, will it be another win away? Can we make it 6 unbeaten? 4 wins away on the road? Well, we'll find out. Kickoff's just moments away.